Do you have a project that you've been dreaming about completing for a really long time? That book draft that you've been working on for years, or that business idea that hasn't gone anywhere? Maybe it is time to ship. In this episode of The Advanced Show, I'm going to encourage you to take advantage of the power of shipping. Hey, it's Brian Dixon, and you are watching The Advanced Show. Innovative shortcuts and actionable strategies to help you dream bigger, take action, and keep moving forward. Every project, no matter how large or small, requires 3 stages of development: drafting, editing, and shipping. This process can be applied to writing a book, recording an album, planning a wedding, selling a house, making friends in a new town, almost anything. The concept is called iteration, defined as a process of learning and development that involves cyclical inquiry, enabling multiple opportunities for people to revisit ideas and critically reflect on their implication. Wow. That's a long-winded way to say that you can always improve a project later. You can ship version 1 and then fix it and ship version 2. In fact, that's a whole theory in business right now. Get the project out the door because you can always improve it later. Now, I understand that there used to be a time when people were afraid to ship. People were afraid that they were going to ruin their reputation by getting a project that's half done out of the door. But here's the thing, isn't it better to show somebody a project that's almost done than to never show them something at all? So many of us get stuck trying to pursue the illusion of perfection. But perfection is an unattainable goal. Instead of pursuing perfection, I want to encourage you to embrace iteration. I have found great freedom in seeing my projects through the lens of iteration. Instead of focusing on getting something perfect the first time, I work on completing the first draft. I take action on what is in front of me and focus on getting it done instead of making it great. Great is elusive. Great can trick us into procrastination. Great helps us feel comforted and secure that putting off our art is the most logical action for the respect of the art. That somehow inaction honors our vision. This trick only leads to unfinished art. How often I have fallen prey to this ingenious tactic. Instead, iterate. Get the current draft done. You can always revisit, you can always edit, but focus on shipping. Get the project out the door. Get the draft written. Record the vocal track. Call the reception hall. Post the ad on Craigslist. Ask her out to coffee. Whatever it is, take action now. You can always make it better later. To help embrace the concept of iteration instead of perfection, here is a simple, proven 3-step process for getting the project you're working on out the door. It's super simple and can serve as a common vocabulary for your team. Are you ready? The 3 steps are draft, edit, and ship. Drafting. It's been called brainstorming, brain dumping, or even throwing up on paper. Your first draft of anything is not going to be the final version. Instead, it is a collection of what you think you want to include in the project. You are gathering together your ideas, writing them down, putting them in a big, messy pile. Number 2, editing. Once you have collected your ideas, the next step is to make your selections. Editing. Dividing the pile into 3 smaller piles. 1 to keep, 1 to discard, and 1 to place the misfits that you might need later but aren't really sure yet. Editing is the toughest part of any project because there is now some risk involved. I've known people who have spent years talking about writing a book or starting a business or moving to a new town. They are quite content in the drafting stage, simply collecting ideas, pinning pictures on Pinterest, browsing the magazine racks, journaling about their dreams and the elusive someday. But they get stuck in the editing stage. Deciding is difficult. Editing involves decisions. Making a decision means moving towards one action and away from something else. This is what separates high achievers from everyone else. High achievers are able and willing to make the tough decisions, to leave a good idea behind, to pursue a greater one. Your dream is counting on your ability to edit. 3, shipping. Fortunately, you cannot edit forever. Eventually, you have to present your work. You have to press print. You have to actually pack the moving truck. You have to finally quit your job. Action is essential. A great part about taking action is that you gain valuable feedback. feedback that informs you on how to make it better in the future. Even better, shipping always has a conclusion. It eventually ends. Once you stand up in front of the world and share your project, you have done it. You can count yourself as one of the very few. Congratulations. And that's it. A simple, proven, 3-step process for managing any project. Collect your ideas, select your main idea, present your idea. 1, 2, 3. Draft, edit, ship. Now, we don't grow up learning this process. Instead, we think that professionals get it right the first time, that their songs almost wrote themselves, that her event planning taste is impeccable, that he hits a home run every time. But that is nonsense. Professionals just take more shots on goal. They edit and ship far more often than is comfortable or safe. And for their risk, they're often rewarded handsomely. So what about you? What are you still drafting that needs to move to editing? What have you been editing that just needs to be shipped? Leave a note in the comments below. For more practical tips and actionable strategies to help you advance in your life and work, click here to subscribe to The Advance Show. I'd also like to invite you to become an Advance Insider, my free VIP group where you'll receive new training, info on upcoming workshops, and exclusive downloadable resources. Click this button right here or visit theadvanceshow.com/insider. Thank you for watching The Advance Show, and remember, today is your day to advance. Process of learning and development that involves cyclical. You've heard it called iteration, presentation. Oh yeah, I'm just a little. Why am I being crazy? Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Why am I so excited about the messy pile? Putting them in a messy pile.